1st of June 2021. A notification started the yet sleeping in their bed teens of their 18 to 20 years old self. What was it? What seems to be such an important talk among those peers? And what such phenomenon could occur in the midst of the most boring 2 years of our lives? What such event in quarantine? And what such importance? Yes, it's Monday! Are you born in 2001 to 2003? That will mean you could have gotten the eBelia and vouchers in Shopee. Worry not, I'm not gonna talk about it or flex. Actually, I'm gonna talk about how I turned my whole venture in Shopee to spend 150 ringgit to a smart eBelia buy project. Obviously, I'm gonna make this as a YouTube video. It's basically my thought and process to smart spending the money I've got. How can I fulfill everyone's request with only 150 ringgit in my pocket? Digital pocket, if I may add. But good question. How? Let's take my handy dandy notebook and start brainstorming for once during this quarantine. I'm a 2003 batch, so I've got a lot of time in my hand during quarantine. Casually speaking, I'm a YouTube/content creator. I've basically booked a few things in mind to buy for my own, but that's not all, because my mission is to buy a sajada rack for my mom, a rehaul for her as well, an XLR cable for my microphone, a hard disk, and the list goes on. Although, don't worry, this mission is gonna be fine. Roll the intro. The date was 1st of June. The official announcement for my peers to get the amount said was passed around in social media, and logically, I would appeal to get mine. Skipping the process, I've got the vouchers and Shopee Pay worth of 150 ringgit 2 days later. The reason so is because of the verification needed, understandable. While awaiting the verification process, I did jot down the list of what I'm supposed to buy. Here's how the list came out. Let's begin from the top of the list and my personal top prior. My mom's request. Her first request is a sajada rack. This is so that she can hang her sajada after praying instead of leaving it on the floor. Next, a rehaul. She reads the Quran often. I've also planned to get her one of these. Now, let's cut a section of the video for my mom's request purchase, because this is where it gets fun. As so you all know, searching sajada rack in Shopee will end you up with these searches. For a typical on-budget teen for me, these prices are way too high for a simple rack, unless if it specifies a good brand. But it didn't. I refuse to believe that this was a standard price for wood. Hanging wood? No, just no, I said. So I've did the sonic speed laser eye proof check. I've discussed with my little sister the ideal size of the rack, which product is gonna be liked by my mom, and the practicality. Besides, my mom has mentioned about how she can multi-purpose the rack to put other things as well, like her gardening hat, and so just why not? At this point, I was determined to get her something extravagant but with a reasonable price. Thus, I tried to search clothes racks instead, and surprisingly, I found better results that looks like they're entitled worth to their prices. These are among the ones that finally get my attention after hours browsing. I jot them all down on a piece of paper in my book, comparing them each. So, there are 6 of them that appealed to me pretty much decently. They all look good from the first impression. Note that before I pick these 6 to compile and compare, I first check on the respective sellers on how much the shops rate and how reliable they are on the chat. This is so that I could avoid problems like buying first, face the problem, and then the seller not responding. Those kind of buys gives you one heck of a brain rack stress. Among the 6, not all of them are sajada racks. It varied from a good high quality but one pole cloth hanger to full pole rack. I first wanted the 4th option, which is a cloth hanger worth of 26 ringgit 80. But due to the complications of the way the shop advertised it, and this Malay term I like to say, ragu-ragu, I end up buying the first. Cheap and nice looking. The handles are white, solid plastic with steel hangers. Fits my mom's room, and the size is the ideal one my mom was looking for compared to the 4th option was a bit more taller. But little that I know, I will be facing my first drama in Shopee. This particular shop doesn't respond well, and I have to call that out. Shoppers, please understand, buyers get anxious if they buy from you. You didn't deliver the parcel within 1 week, and when they check at your shop once again, something they've ordered is out of stock, I swear, they get panicked. They have the rights to. So that happened to me. This is how my conversation went. Hello? There we will try to answer all your questions if it's possible for us to answer. Which delivery company is the fastest for our shop? I Simply click on the question that they've inserted. Jet and T is still the fastest that we've known. If possible, do not use Shopee Express if possible cause it's damn slow. Then you must ask, why are you guys using it till now? Cause they force us to do so. ... Hi, it concerns me that my rack stand is still not delivered. Just check to see your variation under small is no longer available. Please select a question for the above FFQ. Are you telling me the product is no longer available too? Please select a question from above FFQ or click the chat with Shop Agent button. Shop Agent. Dear customer, please do not click order received, blah 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 blah. Hi, it concerns me that my rack stand is still not delivered. Just check to see your variation and the small is no longer available. Hi. There, we will try to answer all your questions if it's possible for us to answer. Shop Agent. Hi, it concerns me that my rack stand is still not delivered. Are you telling me the product is no longer available too? Hello, yes, the small one is out of stock. So? What's gonna happen to my order? Hi! Hello? Dear buyer, your message is well received as it is currently outside our working hours. Bruh. So, kita bagi yang besar punya. Just out of context. So at this point, I admit speechlessity and defeat. I simply said, alright, thank you seller, and I choose to respond with a monkey sticker. I then end the chat with Chomel aja. But although deep in my heart, I wish I could have asked them to apologize. I hope shoppers that watches my video from this learns a lesson and practice common etiquette. You've caused inconvenience, and that's no good, alright? Simple manners. Also, this is why it is important to check a shop's chat response rate. I don't know why I said it like that. Response rate. The higher the percent means the better quality of chat and stickers they use. Although this was the last to ship, this was the first to arrive, and I really like it. My mom loved it as well. With luck, I am able to obtain a bigger variation of the product and save my money, I hope. For sure, I just noticed that this shop actually sells more musical stuffs like guitars, piano keyboard stands, and microphone. But they also sell stuffs like kitchen knives, lunchbox set, and a variety of cloth rack hangers. I think the seller is just too individual of a couple in this wholesome household. But anywho, bless the monkey, I got what I needed. Mom likes it, so do I. Next, my mom wanted a rehaul. My mom is a whole heart of gold. There's no need to say more, mom. I'm getting you one, and it's gonna be better. Right off the bat, I didn't go to search for rehaul because 1, they are quite expensive comparing to how more multi-capable foldable tables are. 2, yes, I'm planning to buy her a foldable table instead. My mom writes a lot in her laptop, and it pains me sometimes that she had to rely on her legs to support her screen during her late night writing on the bed. I promise you I'm not being sappy, but realistically, she wants a multi-purpose table for her to read the Quran, and it's gonna be more convenient to portably bring it on the bed so that she can write and type her chair pen in a comfortable setup. If anyone's questioning, yes, I did ask for my mom's approval of my opposition to her request. Surprisingly, she likes the idea too. So there goes 20 ringgit to 30 ringgit not wasted on a single purpose rehaul, and a good span to a foldable yet bigger dimension platform of a table. Also, I should have gotten a screenshot, but am I crazy or have I seen a rehaul that costs 100 ringgit plus before? There are 4 options this time, all the same exact table but with different prices and different locations to consider. Do I need it urgent or do I need it cheaper? The only similar thing about the shop is that 4 of these have the color that I'm looking for, which is apricot wood colored table. The average price of this particular kind of foldable table is actually 20 ringgit plus, so I advise you to dig a bit further and find cheaper prices like I did. All of these varies from 50 ringgit to 20. I do admit being cheap, but that's because I'm from Sarawak, so spending 20 ringgit plus on the table and adding around 5 ringgit to 10 more because of the postage doesn't seem so beneficial for me. Therefore, my option was the third, which is the cheapest among 4 with the price of 26 ringgit and 88 cents. That's that. Mom's mission completed. Next, I'm gonna showcase my personal ones. We'll be skipping for boy fee because spendings on it will rely to how I execute the others first. So for my personal request, the first one is an XLR cable for my microphone. I've got a brand new microphone on Raya also from the Shopee app, but little that I know, I needed an extra cable for it to work. So I needed to buy a female to male XLR cable to replace the packaged 3.5mm jack wire. The XLR cable will be connected to an audio interface. My brother's Focusrite's call it so low. Even though the packaging did come with an adapter, I could have not project my microphone sound as the microphone requires phantom power. Plus, I'm using a MacBook. Powering my non-dynamic microphone will only work on Windows laptop. There were so many options for a simple wire, but I ended up buying it singularly a cheap 50 ringgit 80 cent. This product is from Selangor and I needed just a short length portion of the cable, so the price was reasonable. I would say I've brought the cheap but reasonable quality of a cable, and that is a bullseye score. The other were either too cheap for me, and that's somehow a problem too. Too cheap also means unreliability in quality, kinda sus, or the wire extends too long, which I didn't need since my studio is small. So using the phantom power from the audio interface I mentioned earlier will power up my microphone to create this video. If explaining to you how microphone works wasn't nerdy enough, I'm gonna showcase how I scored a 2-in-1 value of a phone stand to also build my own stand for the same mic I mentioned. For now, I don't require my phone to be my camera for my videos, so basically I can use my phone stand as a mic stand 90% of the time during video production. If I'm up for Netflix watching while eating dinner, I can simply change the mount of the stand to the phone clipper and snap my phone on it. There are about 30, maybe 100 exact similar products as this octopus looking one, but I've managed to snatch it off a good price of 15 ringgit and 50. For your information, there are 3 sizes that I could find of this exact same brand or creation company, whatever, but I choose the medium one, which is the same height of 1.5 Snicker bar tall. So medium one was the perfect height to mount my shotgun microphone to mouth level. That was easy. Next is buying myself an external hard drive. More tech stuff for you viewers who seem like getting more lost. I also do need more space for my 2015 MacBook Air. My MacBook does cause a lot of hassle, but for a budget-friendly solution, or instead of buying a new laptop, I've concluded that I should get an external hard drive. To anyone's asking, an external hard drive is a device to plug in your laptop like a pen drive. But the difference is that it can store huge files, even a whole operating system if you buy the right spec. But fortunately enough for my current state in YouTube career, I will only need a bit of those monstrous terabyte, perhaps just one terabyte. Learning that external and portable hard drives are expensive, I give it another thought process. I should get a gigabyte size pen drive instead. That would work, wouldn't it? After all, my videos are worth the gigabyte of work. I have heard before that pen drives varies from 2 gigabyte to 4 gigabyte size and stuff. To no avail, that wasn't the cheapest solution as well. I've only got 63 ringgit and 56 cent, and this project is at stake. So can I really make videos anymore in my MacBook? I was sad. What I do come up is, hear me out because it gets confusing to people who don't know these things. I bought the cheapest external hard disk I could find. What are those? Hey, lean forward a bit, I've got something to tell you. Out of 100% of people watching this video, 97.2% of us use hard disks in our laptop or PC. No, she's joking, the statistic is false. This thing can store big files. Your whole laptop is basically processed because of it. The difference between what I'm buying is that it's an external hard disk. What you have in your laptop is called an internal hard disk. It stays there. Unlike external ones, I can unplug this and bring it somewhere else to another PC and transfer files. Lovely, lovely. If you still don't get it, please don't worry. We can start a discussion about it in the comment section. I'll help you out, I promise. So this has made my list adding another side character, a hard disk case. This is so that I can operate the hard disk through cables, and it's also to keep the hard disk safe and secure in a reliable container. So how much did that cost me? It was my luck, my day. I've got to buy an external hard disk without a cover only for 15 ringgit and 99 cents. I believe it was second hand, but for someone who doesn't know laptop at all, that price was very suspicious. Thank goodness that I spent my day to learn about hard disks beforehand. It is now the reason why I could upload this video. I edit my videos in it, and the full size capacity of this bad boy is 800 gigabytes. The fact that I only need 4 gigabytes for my average video size, that is a super steal. With the hard disk and the cover, I've managed to get my own external hard drive with the final gross of 28 ringgit and 75 cents. I literally remember being so obnoxious about how much I saved from 300 ringgit worth of external hard drive. I could make one with only 20 ringgit. It was a bizarre experience. I kept a half of me not too expecting much because this is my first time relying on luck. If it's gonna work, it really did. So my third advice is that educate yourself, I guess. In my case, I never knew an option exists until I actually explored. So do research to save money. That's a good way to put it. Moving on, my boyfriend. Something matching. I know, before you feel troubled, this is among the project fun tests. Can I still have money left to buy something specially for my boyfriend and I? I'm planning to get something matching as he has been quite down recently. So a love match item purchase might cheer him up. Also, just why not? So we got ourselves a matching bucket hat, a color of lilac, his favorite color. If you follow my personal Instagram account, you know I've modeled for a self shoot or two, and I love the hat very much. Cheap yet new. New for me at least. I was glad to know he liked it too. I thought it was convenient since he recently also bought a hoodie of the same color. Note that I buy everything I've listed so far in a single transaction so I could save up on free shipping voucher to celebrate my own victory of all the purchases so far. Since I'm partially narcissistic, I bought myself a cheap wooden cutlery set. I thought it was pretty cool, that's all. My mom's been cooking Korean style beef too, isn't it convenient? Yeah. And I also wanted to know if it's worth to buy it for college life. I don't mind using cheap cutlery sets as long as it's cute. Girls can relate? No? Okay. And just to satisfy my inner JoJo fan heart, I bought a JoJo themed makeup set. Just cause. I slip it to you viewers that before I actually use a watercolor brush to paint my eyebrows. Might take this whole video down just for that fact. But for sure, I know it's good to invest in good makeup brush set, but I honestly bought it just for the JoJo theme and to replace my current ones that are actually aren't mine at all. I've never had a makeup brush set before and I'm sure I'm gonna buy one soon. Moving on to the last. Niece. Birthday present. Now at some point while making that list, sweats have begun flowing down my forehead. Is this even possible? Knowing how much I needed more space for my dying MacBook and also trying to fulfill my mom's wishes, at the same time trying to keep my boyfriend happy and my generous niece what she deserves. I've spent more than 100 now, but I still have the list ongoing. Oh, you don't understand what I mean? Basically, I'm trying to buy my niece a present since she always sent me these cute books every time I had my birthdays when I can hardly write on them. It's still a lovely collection of notebooks though. So, adding the challenge to this smart spending project, can I buy her a luxurious, treasurable, memorable... No, I can't. I didn't buy her anything. But it's okay. I bought her a power bank from Taobao worth 69 ringgit. This wasn't considered under this project. I just want to clarify that I already got her something. And it's through my mom because she likes to buy family member stuff. But hello? Niece? 69 ringgit? Talk about being such a spoiled little bro. Now, I could get it if my niece has not crossed to you all viewers' mind as a priority, but get to understand that I am an unemployed 18-year-old with no source of income whatsoever. Ever since I was a child, except for relying on my parents, getting money is such a rare case. I was completely determined to pay back what the years of birthday presents for her could worth. No one has ever given me presents consistently with no thoughts of payback. My niece was out of the question kind enough to remember mine, while I, honestly speaking, didn't know her birthday until now. So don't be like me. Even though others are encouraging us to save, I've come up with a slightly different idea of an advice. Spend smart. Do your research. Buy what you want, but don't be too cocky. Buy needs that values. Spending smart can make people happy too. I personally don't recommend spending it on food though. Unless you're in uni, it's just an opinion. Unless it's a case of emergency too, of course. In that case, you take care, okay? Oh, what else? I will also like to clarify that this project is simply made for the video and is mainly to encourage teenagers how to handle their money. In the end, my words are not to spend, but in case a similar occasion of you getting money drawn in Shopee, save it. Or if you really have things to buy, then learn to buy using the methods I've taught. That is all. Thank you very much for our video sponsor, Nobody. Nobody is an online personality that embarks to give me motivation in creating these types of video. Although this is my first very video in this channel, nobody told me to stay passionate on what I do. Nobody cares about my success. So check yourself in for a Nobody counsel of your own. Nobody will tell you to give up in whatever you're going through, and you do you, girl. Nobody counseling session starts from $3.99 MYR with a discount of 100%. Call this number 666-00-HELP-ME for more inquiry. Promotion lasts as long as that jokes are lame. Now for a self-promo session. If you could stay for this video a bit longer, please stay. So welcome to my new channel. You can call me Apple. Although some of you know I have 2 other YouTube channels going on but not so actively, I'm planning to make this particular YouTube channel more consistent as possible. All I'm requesting is for you to support me in this journey. Being an online personality has always been my wish since I was younger, but for all the years of anxiety, I never actually started due to my fear of likability and the quality of my production. So this quarantine was a big chance for me to start encouraging myself to start. I know that because second-handedly I could know my family is also going through problems financially. I have a braces contract. I don't want to be a burden to my parents' expenses without contributing anything. So it will mean a big bunch of a help if you could watch my videos, be subscribed, and comments also help me through it emotionally. It takes about 4,000 watch hours within 12 months and 1,000 subscribers for a YouTube channel to have ads in their videos and start monetization. I don't ask for money. Clicking on the subscribe button is free of charge. I can also help in advertising your products. You can email me here. Or if you just like me in general, you can attempt to win my love by giving me a virtual coffee through subscribing to me in Ko-Fi. Yeah, so thank you very much in advance. If you look forward to this piece of a girl's content in the future, I'll be coming up with Q&A session just to give you an idea on how creative I can go. All I'm saying is that I'm serious of this, and I would love to be an impactful Malaysian influencer one day. Do support me, Malaysians, my peers and family. Thank you very much, and see you next time.